Jorge Prado, that was impressive. Qualified straight through, despite having to go into the B qualifiers. How did you find the whole experience? Was it a success in your mind when you got 13th overall? For me it was, but what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it was a very good day. Obviously, I already said it in the rest of the interviews that we had already till now. Everything is new for me. The race format from one day racing and racing by night. So racing at night made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Just because I'm not used to it. So are things I need to experience to start feeling better. The track was so different than what I'm used to too. Like I felt quite good all around the track. Just the whoops in the main didn't feel good. Just because I've never seen these whoops in my life before, so I didn't know how to approach them. And I need to learn. That all these guys, they already know, but I don't know. So I had a good start from the outside. If I would have been more on the inside, I maybe even hold shot. So
yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
Right there.
So it's a good place to build. I think P13 is not too bad. If you look to all the guys that are racing, it's a deep field. So
you looked really comfortable, especially second practice. You were whipping it over the finish line and stuff. Then the heat race, you didn't get your usual start. Was that good for your confidence to know you could pass guys into the top 9 though? Did it work in a positive, or how did you feel?
I mean, at the heat race, it's, let's say you have half of the good riders because the other half goes into the other heat race. So you gotta be up front if you like, and then you will be good in the main. And I didn't have a very bad start in the heat, but the first 4 corners, I think I lost like 6 positions. So I was 12, 13 or something, and this was horrible. But just because I never researched, so I come into the corner and then I should have gone in a different direction, and then I should have done different things. But it's experience that I get for the next round, and I'm happy.
Did you find it very intense, those opening laps in both the heat and the main event, or what was your feeling on that?
I mean, it's funny, because we also have a lot of intensity in MXGP, but when you're at that level, it doesn't feel intense. It just feels, you're going fast, but it feels normal. For me, this feels more intense, just because I'm not at that level.
Yeah.
So I think it's totally normal. But for sure, if I can step up, let's say, get a little bit better, I will feel more comfortable, and I will, let's say, play a little bit more with the track. But I think I did quite okay.
When you were sitting on the line for the heat race and then the main event, were you nervous, excited? Like, this is a huge change from what you've ever done. You've only 6 weeks prep. What was going through your head?
Yeah, I just felt very uncomfortable, like weird. Like I was standing there and I'm like, what am I doing here? But I think it's normal, because when you are, like I said, not used to it, when something is new, you need to figure it out. And it happens also in MXGP, right? If they come over and they need to ride normal, or they need to ride all these different kind of tracks that we have, they will struggle, and I will feel comfortable. Yeah. So it's and probably it's even worse for me to come here, because they also ride motocross here, right?
Yeah, so this is totally different.
And this, I've never done it before, so it's good start. I'm happy.
Well, I think what you did is pretty, I don't know if there's words to describe how well you've done, especially this class. I mean, you were just behind Malcolm Stewart, you were catching that in Cincerillo there at the end. To come from no Supercross, the toughest class in Supercross, on a 450, 6 weeks preparation, to be 13th and 9th in qualifying, that's unbelievable, really. It's a fantastic achievement, at least from my side. Anyway.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, if the main event had like 2 more laps, I would maybe pass AC in Malcolm. So I mean, we need to figure it out a little bit more, and for sure I think I can improve for the next rounds.
Well, it seems mostly the whoops. Everywhere else you were like pretty much similar with the Tomac. It was just that, especially the second set, I saw you trying to jump through them, and then you were skimming them, and it was just like different every time.
I try everything. I try wheel tapping. I try everything. One time I go left, one time I go right, one time I go like that, one time like that. So every time I got to that set, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do? But it is what it is.
Brilliant job, Jorge. Pleased to see you do it.
Thank you.
Darren Plessinger, you came in under the radar, at least. I'll say I had you under the radar, and you rode. Ian Harrison was speaking, your team manager, yesterday.
Yeah.
He said you're looking really good over this off season. come out fourth.
Yep.
Fourth place, right on pace. Is that what you expected, or was that above what you were hoping for?
No, yeah, I think I fully expected that. Like Ian was saying, I've had such a good off season. I don't know, I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in, and the bike's working really, really good, and it's I mean, I think it's going to be a really, really good year. It's a good start. It's my best start to A1, and I'm already looking forward to next week and knowing what I need to work on, and which isn't much. So it's awesome. Bike's working good. I'm working good. My mind's good, and I'm ready.
Was there many changes to the bike for this season from last, or is it just little things because you know the bike and everything?
Yeah, there was some big changes, but I mean I couldn't tell you what they were. Like once you get into like logistics and stuff, I'm out. You know, I tune out. But yeah, it's all I know that it's working really, really good. The boys did their homework on whatever they did, and I'm riding the shit out of that thing.
When you get a good start, first Anaheim won, everyone's pumped up for it, fans, riders. Is it hard to get are you riding on adrenaline, or are you riding quickly in the rhythm at that pace? You know, Jet's just in front of you, Cooper's there, Chase is there. Are you on a buzz or just calm?
I was pretty calm today.
Okay.
Obviously, you know, I got pumped up a little bit, but overall I was really, really calm. And I think that's credit to, you know, I did my homework in the offseason, and I had, consistent days, like 6 weeks of consistent days, and it was just good. It was really, really awesome to have that. I haven't really ever had that, and it just feels good.
You rode Motocross of Nations. I was there at Ernie. Totally different experience to this.
Oh yeah.
How much did you enjoy that? But did you have a break? Because the next thing you're straight into this. So
no,
much of a break
it was about 2 weeks that I got off. 3 weeks off the bike, 2 weeks off of training. So you could say last year I trained for 50 weeks out of the year.
That's crazy.
But hey, I think it helped me out. I think it did. I think it helped me out. I didn't let my body fully, relax and let it recovered, but I didn't let it fully get out of shape. I feel unreal, and I think that is a credit to me doing that and training for that much longer. And I don't know. I feel great. I think it's going to be a really, really good year, and I'm pumped.
And the fans, everywhere you go, even tonight, the dancing on the wee video screen and all.
Man.
I think the whole world wants you to get this first win after last year, and this has got to have so much confidence for you.
I need to click it off. It's about time. There's no better time than now, and I'm stoked. I think it's going to happen sooner than later.
Good job. Great ride today. Thank you. So, Darren Lawrence, you're the man behind everything that's happened.
Yep.
We'll talk about the results later, but just to have these two boys, Factory Honda 450, both champions. Did you have a moment today or yesterday that this was like a dream come true, really?
Yes. I probably because my mum and dad are here, and so it's probably more relevant for them to go. You know, they know where I came from, where I grew up. So probably a little bit more the last few weeks because my dad's 83, so he's like, wow, I never thought, like, it's a big thing. I grew up on a farm out in the middle of Australia, so it's pretty opposite to what we grew up doing. So it has been. They've been probably making me remember a little more. But other than that, it's the 450 class is no jokes. There's a lot of work, so you're really trying to focus what brain cells you have on making sure you've crossed your T's and
smart.
crossed your T's and dotted your I's on everything. So we've got a little bit of work to do. Our bikes weren't the best today, that's for sure. So we've got a little bit more work to do and dial them in, and hopefully we'll be better next weekend.
It's a bit of a contrast. Jet delivered under the moment.
100%.
Got to be proud.
Yeah, big time. He's
under pressure and the hype and all that in the background.
He's exceptional, that kid. He is exceptional. So I hope people now will just realise that and go, wow, this kid isn't racing a depleted field like last year they were talking about. Like, they're just trying to find excuses and trying to find things to go, oh, he's not that great. guess what, motherfuckers? He is. So yeah, suck it up.
I've never seen, or very rarely seen, someone so much. It's like he's 40 years old and already had a career on the bike.
Yep.
His decision, I kind of like it. I was talking to Jason Wigan yesterday.
Yep.
He's a style of Stefan Everts, the cold mind of Jeremy McGrath, and the almost a hidden ruthlessness of Ricky Carmichael.
Yep.
That's a tough trio. That's like the combination of three of the greatest.
1000%. And yeah, we've learned a lot, obviously, and that's why, as brothers, they're so close. You know, Hunter's taught him so much in what the mistakes he's made, and then obviously having Johnny O'Mara. Johnny O worked with Ricky, worked with James, so then he can bring up, hey, Ricky was really good at this. James was unbelievably fast, but he probably should have backed it down some races. You don't need to win by 20 seconds, you can win by 1. You know, so that was why in the motocross, Jet would just do what he had to do, you know. People don't see what he does at home on a practice track because he doesn't have to pull that stuff out.
Right, I heard he was absolutely on it this winter, so...
Yeah, so he's just had that more time on that bike, and he's just going to get only better. And we're going to dial that bike in, because sadly, the previous pilots who were on this bike did not dial the bike in at all, so we had to start from scratch.
Right, that's how you felt,
And we've gotten the bike a lot better, but we just haven't had the time to get it to where we want to get it. So we'll go to work now. The season started, and we'll get that thing even better.
Hunter, I felt sorry for him.
Yeah.
I think it was Vince Freeze. Like he didn't do much wrong.
No.
Just 2 bad starts and can't get in. That's shows you how competitive the field is. But how is he mentally fine because he knows he's got the speed, or just devastated?
He's
that he
just
didn't-
pissed because his head hit the ground pretty hard on that heat race, so he's got a fair bit of swelling in front of his forehead. So he had a thumping headache and he wasn't feeling the greatest. So it was just one of those nights it just wasn't going to work out. So yeah, that's how it goes, you know.
So you were talking about the training there. You had Stefan Everts, Harry Everts in GPs.
Yes.
Ken Roxonstad had influence. Now, as you mentioned, Johnny O'Mara.
Yeah.
From your side, it's so smart as well, being connected to all those guys, and for Jet and Hunter to learn. You're learning from the best
For sure.
guys, and it's probably a bit of a shortcut then to success as well. Let's talk about that road to get there from all the trainers.
Stefan wasn't a great deal when we worked with Stefan because he was running the team.
Okay.
So it was more a bit of Papa Harry.
Yeah.
You know, we had a lot to do with Harry, but I was always, all that technique and their style was all done before they got to Europe. Like I was big on that type of stuff. And then what we learned from Harry was just like your minutes on the track and your training programs, because you're obviously just an amateur. You know, you're a privateer and you go. So that's what we learned, is those work ethics there. And then Johnny O was the same. Like when I hired Johnny O, because Hunter and I were trying to work the Supercross thing out, and we just weren't learning it fast enough. And Hunter was obviously having the issues. We're trying to do 70 minutes of Supercross. You know,
he's a guinea pig again, and that.
Yeah, you know, we were overworked, and he was getting tired. We're like, we're just going to use. So we made a lot of mistakes, and I got Johnny O in, and he just simplified it. He was like, Hunter and Jet are so technical. And he just tell Jet, hey, just put your front wheel on each whoop, Jet. That's all you got to do. And it was so simple, and that's why Jet just, kept learning and getting better. So it was just, once again, poor mistakes that we made, you know. So
reading Stefan's book, Harry was really hard on him to the point that if he won a race, he didn't even praise him. He pointed out the mistakes he made. Was that how he was with you guys, or is he a wee bit softer because it wasn't?
Same, yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I'd ride for Stefan again.
Would you?
Because he's one to win.
Yeah,
no problems with those people, good people, and just do whatever they have to do to win. So no, I liked working with Stefan.
So I have this question in my head: where did the talent of these two boys come from? Do you ever think 20 years ago I could have been racing Stefan Everts? I must be born with a talent that I had.
I've always been good at anything I did with sports. Like in Australia, I played cricket and tennis.
Did you?
So I always got to state level and country level on those sorts of things. But we had a big farm, and so my mum and dad were a bit old school. It was like, we won't make money playing sport. You got to work on the farm. So I sort of had to come back to a working thing, and I never, as I got older, I went, wow, like I could have got somewhere. And then my wife was like national netball, so she's very coordinated and very competitive as well. So we probably both got pretty good genes, and then and obviously not shy of working. So, yeah.
So just finally on Jet, I was at Red Sand in his first EMX 250 race. He didn't.
No way! He didn't qualify.
He didn't qualify,
yes,
right?
That's correct.
But I remember he looked about 12.
He did, yeah.
I remember still can see him now coming over a tabletop on the bike control, all the sides of him. setting the bike down ahead of all, and the guys he's racing are pretty decent. Martin Barr, Basami,
for sure.
By the end of the year, he was winning, and he was 14, and it looked like he expected it, and I was like, whoa. Yeah. So, and every step he's had to take from then, he's such a fast learner. And obviously his bike control, but he's such a. Where does that come from?
And he does. He's explosive because he's a fast twitch body, but he learns so fast. Hunter's more of a rhythmic, systematic. He's got to go through a process to get there, and that's just the way his makeup is, you know. And he's used to doing it. So, but yeah, Jet learns, man. Like he's a Dane. I'd hate to race the Toad because if he makes a mistake, you're just like, crap, he ain't going to probably do that again.
That's even last year. Was it Mount Morris? He said he made a suspension change, had to learn how to ride the bike before he caught Ken.
Yes.
And at Des Nations, had to figure everything out. Last moto under pressure, delivered again. Like that's that's extra special.
And on paper, he's as dumb as rocks. But on a motorcycle and we call it street smart, you know, like clever. Yeah, and just processes things really quick.
Yeah, that's why. It's really well described.
Unbelievable. So, for anyone out there that school said you were dumb as rocks, there's hope. I promise you.
Brilliant, Darren. Thank you very much, and congratulations on everything you've achieved yourself. Brilliant.
Thank you.
RJ Hampshire, that was a pretty emphatic win, dominant. Anaheim one winner. That must feel pretty dreamy.
Yeah, it was awesome. A lot of work goes into this. Guys on the team crushed it. Just stoked to be in this situation and being able to go out there and do what I did tonight.
From the moment you got on the track, even yesterday, you were riding with authority, pure confidence. You had to pass people to win both the heat and the main. Did you just feel amazing from the moment you touched the track?
Yeah, I felt awesome on my Hussy for the last few weeks. Like I said, man, if you're comfortable on the bike, like I ride really well. And, know what it's going to do. Don't change too much. Stay on path. And like I said, man, just really stoked for this whole team.
Have you made many changes to the bike from last season's Supercross bike? Engine, frame, or what's?
Yeah, we made a lot of progress all around. Like I said, guys worked hard. Can't really say what, but we have an awesome dirt bike.
And much time did you take off from Motocross of Nations to Supercross? Because that doesn't seem a bit of a long time.
I had 6 days. Got back from France. I had 6 days and was on a flight out here to California. Test Supercross, test this new bike, and I would do it again tomorrow to come out here and win A1. So. And
does it take you a while to get into the Supercross rhythm from being outdoors at that point?
No, because I was actually in the Supercross rhythm before I went to Nations riding the SMX rounds. And then, I went and did that, and what an awesome time and a great kind of opportunity. And man, just unreal to be able to go and do that and be able to come back and represent my sponsors and come out here in A1, 2 months later, whatever it is, and get a win. Leave tonight with a red plate. It's special.
The last 3 months, you've probably ticked a lot of your childhood goals, really?
Yeah. No, tonight was a huge one. Red plate from a kid from Hudson, Florida. Doesn't matter what age I am, it's still unreal. Anaheim won, full sold-out stadium. Something I'll cherish forever. And
I imagine the championship's been the goal from a few months back. This is bound to make you even more confident for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't win a championship without a red plate, so start with that and then just keep building and take it weekend by weekend.
Brilliant, well done, good ride.
Thanks.
So it looks like Honda suits you, Dylan. 5th place, Anaheim won, and you didn't have much testing coming up to this. You must be pretty pleased with your ride.
Yeah, it's awesome. Very happy. Like you said, we had a short winter. This program came up very late. But everybody buzzed their ass, and we worked very hard, and it was worth it. Top 5 first race with a new team is awesome, and very happy, very proud of everybody, and let's build from there.
And where is the bike percentage-wise to where you want it? Like 80%, 90%, or where do you feel?
I felt awesome, but I think we're pretty far from what we are capable to do. Like we have a big, we can do a lot of progress, I feel, because like I say, the winter was really short for us, and a lot of parts came very late into the before the race. So no, honestly, I feel very confident. I think we can be very much better, and like I said, we're gonna build up from here, and starting like this is a very good thing.
And is everything you liked about the Honda when you first tested it, did that work tonight? How you envisioned it working? Yeah,
I mean, of course, I always wanted to ride Honda because I was
always think this bike was the best of everyone bike, and I mean tonight I felt it. I felt that the bike was so easy to ride, and I mean I never got sketchy in the main event. I haven't done any major mistake, and the bike was super easy to ride. So that's what I was looking for, and I'm happy to make that choice.
And on the Yamaha and Supercross 450 Supercross, you never really got the starts very often to even see the pace to learn it. Tonight was a pretty good start, and you were in the mix. Is that a big factor for Honda, or is it more around the track?
Yeah, no, I think I was complaining about the power on the Yamaha, so I think this bike on the Honda, the power really suited me very well, and we had good start all day. Main event was a little. I could have been a little better. I made not a mistake, but I wasn't as good as I can. But still, it was a better start than what I used to have on the Yamaha.
And did you grow up watching Sebastian Tortelli and Michael Pichon rode Hondas here, I think 99? Did you grow up and that was sort of where the dream was for Honda, or where did the...
My dream to race Honda was a little later, but I remember for sure when they were here, it was awesome to watch. Even when Sebastian was challenging Carmichael in the outdoors, it was great to watch. But no, it was more like I think 2021 when I was fighting with Kenny on the outdoors, and also in Supercross with all the HRC rider. I was just jealous of how good the bike was compared to mine. So that's where my dream to race Honda was. Become.
And this isn't a factory team. You're used to having a factory team, probably 1,000 bits to test. Are you concerned that you wanted the amount you need to test, or are you thinking it'll simplify the testing process?
Today, factory or not factory, I don't know what it means exactly. We have this group of people in this team that are very smart and that doesn't count the hours and just wanna perform. So I think this is more important than having a factory team or parts. Like when you have smart people that work very hard and try to improve the bike every day, that's what matters, and that's what I have in this team, and I'm very proud to working with these people. And we showed tonight that you don't need a factory bike. Like, you just need to have smart people make a good choice on the bike and open the right throttle.
What is it like racing Jet Lawrence now? Whenever you obviously were in CLS Kawasaki and GPs, he was just a wee kid. Now he's the guy to beat tonight. Is that weird for you to see this wee kid at the front? Or
he was a couple months ago, but now we know how good Jet it is. So I'm not surprised. And now we train together also in Florida, so I see him every day at the track and I see the way he rides. Like I was pretty sure we will win tonight.
How close were you to retiring? You said on the Pulp MX show that if you don't get a deal, you might retire. Was that close, or was there always something in the pipeline for you this season?
I think I was maybe not ready to retire, but maybe ready to have a break and wait for an opportunity. But I was not willing to push too hard to get a ride that I didn't really want. Like this team and these people came up together, and I wanted to ride Honda. I wanted to ride Factory Connection, so that was my dream deal. So I was very happy about that. But if it was for another brand or another team, like maybe I would have just wait and see. So I don't know. I think I still have something in me. I proved tonight, like I still can do top 5. So it was a good thing to not retire.
And your goal is still to win a Supercross title. That's what you believe you can still do, I'm sure. Yeah.
Can you repeat, sorry?
Your goal is to win a 450 Supercross title in America now. That's still your
for sure,
motivation.
For sure. Yeah, that's my goal, my dream. If it wasn't my goal, I would not work this hard. So that's for sure my biggest goal and dream.
And you never had any interest from MXGP teams, or were you not interested in going back? You just wanted to race Supercross again?
I don't know. The Supercross and even the motocross in the US is so good, and I love it so much that I don't know if I would be able to go back to the MXGP.
Okay.
I like it, but it's just different. Like life in America is very easier for the sports and for this this vibe we had in a Supercross is just so good that it's hard when you taste it. It's hard to come back.
And you have nice weather to ride in December. You don't have to race Lommel or ride Lommel.
Yeah, that's something I don't miss. But at the same time, it's part of the sport. If you don't train when it's hard, you cannot expect to win.
Well done. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well done.